What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Back on a hot day in Atlanta. And our last phase of this winter here is hot, cold, hot, cold. See the sweat? Start off the day with a coat on, the end of the day, sweating. But it's a beautiful day here. Shout out to all my followers and everybody supporting Colorado fans. You know what time of year it is. I think we're about a week away from this thing getting jumping. I think it starts Monday, not even a whole week. So we'll see what we see. I had a question for y'all, though. You know, we have a lot of community members, and, I've talked about some of the doubt, and, I even talked about some of the things that Colorado has done, in the past with dealing with the unity issue. And because that's a big thing, because our biggest flaw and setback last year was what we come to find out, or what finally was admitted, that we didn't have the unity that we needed. We didn't have the team bond and chemistry, right? And what do you do to stop it from happening again? Because you're in the same situation, new coaches, new main coaches, AC, DC, a lot of key players in and out, a lot of portal action. And you start to say, okay, well, how did we stop that? And Coach Prime has talked about it, and you see guys traveling with Shador. We never seen that really. And it's just a lot of things that we know to watch for this time, if that makes sense. So looking at all of that and hearing some of the commentary come out now, it makes me have the question, is Colorado's new line enough to get this job done? I mean, because we've been really excited about it from day one. And, of course, a lot of people are questioning, the level of ball that they played and where they come from. We have the Bensons and the Johnsons and the Mayers. We have even Kira Walker come in. We have a lot of these guys coming in. You have Jordan Seaton come in, young dude. And it makes you really question, because last year we had some guys come in and they had a lot of hype, even though they were, we kind of oversold them maybe. I don't know about, hey, they coming from the FCS level, but they the top of the line. They did good against Georgia. Watch the film, Savion Washington, even though he played hurt. And, they get this comparison. I kind of talked about this, like, oh, here we go again. That's what that doubt. And like we say, one of our newcomers who's done really, really good with the film stuff, we see the Buff, was it Prime on Buff? I believe that's it. And it show a lot of good video content, and I mean, they really can go a long way, because they got a lot of players you can do that with, as long as they can get the film. And we've seen Benson, and we've seen I think Mayers recently, and I don't think we've seen Johnson yet, Tyler Johnson. And I would love to see some film on Tyler Brown. I mean, because, we've seen him at Jackson State, but I would love to see some of his older film, even though he didn't play last season. And on the side note, he made a comment that he can do good on the other side of the ball. And I was like, he actually practiced there last year to help get him some looks. So we do run short on some depth. Tyler Brown definitely go on the other side and play tackle, and might show us something. He might blossom over there. That would be interesting to see him go over there and blossom over there on that defense side of the ball, because he's strong. He is athletic. And they say that, most of the athletic guys typically go on the defensive side of the ball. Or they're usually more athletic than the offensive guys. That's a theory. But we seem to have some decent linemen from what we see. They done some good things. They have some things to work on. Nobody's perfect. We got a great coach. He got a lot that he can do with them. And, a new offensive line coach that, man, he can do wonders with them and really prove himself. But he can really help develop some guys, or help polish some guys. But I think people still question, is this lineman really quality? It's almost like they expect them to be, have all the hype, and then come in like last year and just shit will get blasted. And if I was those guys, I'd take it really, really personal. I really would. Because I don't, these guys come in, they talking the talk. They also come in, hanging out with each other, hanging out with Shador, saying they the new line. And I don't think they have a history of just getting destroyed. I mean, The numbers don't lie. Unless we really expect the Big 12 to expose them like they never really faced competition. Now, again, one of them come out of the Big 10. And I think one of them, did we have one come from Houston? I think Johnson come from Houston. Right? So we got one to come out of the Big 10, one come out of the Big 12. So we can't say they played at lower level. I think the only one that we have is Justin Majors to come out of UTEP. Right? And he looks pretty good. But I think with training, with coaching, getting stronger, I just don't like the idea of automatically saying people going to do the same thing they did the year before. You get a whole nother year of development and maturing and knowledge and strength. And it's like you really limit a person by, well, what you did last year. As if people can't get better or they can't get coached up. That's the thing I just don't get. Like, do you not expect people to mature? Like, even the thing with Kamani, like, could he not get better? Could he not learn? Or do he automatically got to be the same way? Does he have to make the same mistakes? It's almost make me think that it's non-football people saying it, but I don't. I'm starting to see, like I said, some guys really say some interesting stuff. And a lot of these guys were really for Coach Prime in the Colorado Buffaloes last year on a more extreme side. So maybe they're trying to balance that out, or they're trying to make up for it. Maybe it was hurt that Colorado lost, but their like projections is like crazily, like you didn't even have that kind of low projection last year. So are you really basing it on last year? Are you trying to save yourself from your feelings being hurt? Because it's like they would say, I believe, they believe last year, but they don't seem to believe this year. They giving Colorado 3, 4, 5 losses. These are people who this really was for them last year. And I don't say it 100 times over. They were better than the 4-18, so I don't know why you're using that as the floor. We watched them get boldface stolen on the last game. And we know they had at least a couple more in them. We know that they could have beat Stanford. We know they really should have finished that. So why do we start with, them being 7-5? They really was a 7-5 team last year. So to me, if they go 7-5 this year, that's not an improvement. That's an identical team to last year. They just slipped up a couple times and got stolen a couple times. So 7-5 is not good for them. But it's almost like when you say that to me and with your comments, you're almost saying to me that the line is the same. I've even heard people pretty much say it's the same kind of line. It's like, are we really comparing Mayers to Bailey? Are we really comparing, who was that at guard? Jada, whoever, Harden, whoever. Are we really comparing them to a Tyler Johnson? Okay, people question Benson. Are we really saying that Benson is no better? Now, we got Washington still here, and the jury's still out on him. But are we really saying that he's no better than Tank? I don't know. It's weird to me, guys. But it's heating up, and our question is going to get answered really soon. But I just refuse to believe that it's just the same type of team, same type of players, same type of result that's coming. We don't even have the same play caller. So what do we got going on here? What's going on here, really? And I'm not just talking about haters. I'm even starting to see it with your favorite content creators, your video bloggers, whatever you want to call it. I'm even seeing it with some of the most diehard fans last year. They like, I expect Colorado to lose 3, 4, 5 games. Now 3, okay, that's not too far out. Because I said 10-2 is really, they really don't need to lose no more than 2. But if they lose 3, that's a slip. But when you say they're gonna lose 4, 5 games, that's more like last year's team with a bad line. In a Pac-12 that had 8 out of 12 teams ranked in the top 25 for most of the season. I don't know, guys. I'm just Greg. This is Greg Said It. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Leave some comments. Help me out here. What's going on? I'll talk to y'all soon.